just don't be afraid to look stupid, because what you think may be stupid, people may hear that and think, wow.
Or
because not everyone can do...
Yeah.
Everyone can do something really good, and not everyone can do what you can do. So whatever that is, highlight that.
Yeah. And it's a gift from God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 and 1. We are live.
What's up,
What's
dude?
up, ATG brother?
We're back.
We're back, baby.
Back
We're
at
back.
it, dude.
We're back with another episode, Against the Grain podcast. Against the
sir.
Grain Custom on YouTube, though.
What are we, 44?
Yeah, 44.
Episode 44.
Lucky number.
Yes, sir.
The painting that we're rolling with today is a recent Gorillaz painting that I painted when I had COVID, actually. So I painted this a couple months ago. Gorillaz is like one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite groups. Once Clint Eastwood came out, I was a fan forever. So the fact that they're still touring and putting out music just shows how sick they are.
Got the longevity.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite, just by looking at the pics?
My favorite? I'll say this dude right here, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 2D.
2D.
Yeah.
R2D2. Like,
So we got
crazy.
2D, Russell, Murdoch.
Is that the lead singer right here?
No, this is the lead singer, and she sings too.
That's a girl?
He's the drummer, and he's like the bass player.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what her name was. I might be wrong.
You're the only one who put me on the Gorillaz, dude. I'm
Yeah.
gonna to.
So shout out to Gorillaz. Shout out to just anyone painting, putting out canvas art.
This is badass.
We kind of pride ourselves in putting out different canvas art for our episodes. We have our flag as well, but it's just cool to
I really have the art.
give people chances to
Yeah.
promote their stuff. So if you guys are interested in like promoting your art, or we don't have to buy it or anything, but if you just want to get your name out there, hook us up, because we're actually running out of art right now. Like, if you guys don't know, like my whole entire studio is completely filled with canvases from every single episode of Against the Grain. So if you guys are diehard fans and you guys end up coming to the studio, you guys will be blown away, because my entire walls are just covered in every episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
So much love, everyone.
Got a special guest today.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be super excited. It's not just me and this Momo right here.
Hey,
We
yeah,
actually
you
got
better
a
check this out.
pretty dope guest. We got a local legend,
Yes, we do.
I would say a musical inspiration to me, and just someone who I've always looked up to as a kid. He's still in the music scene.
Yeah.
He's been percussion for multiple bands. He's also a rapper, a singer, and a DJ currently. He's got several gigs coming up. Jimmy Sanchez!
Yes, sir.
What's up, homie?
What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, Jimmy?
What's up, brother?
ATG.
Yes.
Welcome on.
Yo.
Sir.
So right before this, we were actually busting some freestyles with Jimmy, getting a little crazy.
Oh, man.
Put
You
us
know.
all to shame, dude.
No way, man. You guys definitely surprised me.
Yeah, we had some fun, man.
It's always fun, man.
Yeah, we like to have a good time, man. We pride ourselves in like not being too traditional and just having a good time,
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Just as long as it feels good when you're doing it.
Exactly. That's the main thing, I mean, I know like the podcasts that I like to watch and stuff like that aren't like all formal and like telling me like what to do. It's more like letting me hang out with them,
Yeah.
Like a hang spot, just chilling.
Let him know, like, our ideas. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
It's not, like, fake or...
Yeah.
Produced.
All right, everyone, welcome to my 5-step program. We're gonna get... No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
You heard about Amway.
Yeah. You guys all like Tom Cruise, right?
Sweeping the nations, yeah.
Do you guys believe in science? What
Was
about ontology? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, I haven't seen too many episodes, man. And you're like, oh, you're in for a treat. I'm like, oh no.
Hold on, sign right here real quick. Sign your life away. When I'm like, hey, we got traditions before this, you're like, oh God, what are we gonna make me do?
You're like,
It's like the
oh,
hangover, dude. You
No.
gotta blood sacrifice it.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, but Jimmy, we're glad to have you at the
Yeah,
table,
dude.
man. You've been a
Thank
friend
you.
for a long
Thank you.
time.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here.
I wish we hung out more, man, because we've known each other for so long, and
Yeah.
every time we run into each other, it's always a great time, and we always enjoy ourselves.
Yep.
And then there's just huge gaps, right?
Yep. Everything happens for a reason, though. Maybe that's why we led up to this.
That is true. Yeah.
That's good. I always see you, and we're always all at the pinnacle of like some like concert, and we're like,
yeah, exactly.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Every time, dude.
I mean, last weekend, for example.
And then we black out and forget it ever happened. And then the next time we see it, next time we see it, it's like that never happened. It's the first time again.
Well, exactly.
We're like, what is it? 10 Second Tom from
51st
Dates.
Dates. Yeah.
I know what sprung it was. I feel like was when we saw you rap at Launchpad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I took these guys to 2 rhythm shows back to back.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
We went to Launch and then we went to
Marvel.
Yeah. Was it the Rhythm's 420 gig?
No,
maybe
it was no, it was
it was another one.
It was like
because
night at Inside Out.
Yeah,
I played with my other band that night, but it was before you guys showed up.
Right.
It was a new band that I'm playing drums with.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we so we actually showed up like at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And there was like, I don't even know if there was anyone there or what, and we just like bounced real quick, and then we came back. Or where did we go to? Like
we went to Sisters and then Founders.
Yeah, Founders, that little underground little thing.
Where's Founders?
Did you know like that where that liquor spot is?
On the corner?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on the underground. Yeah. Is that what it's called now?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been there before, a long time ago, but it's a really cool spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went there, and then
you go through a refrigerator, right?
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what we did that night, and I was like telling him how I knew you guys and stuff before.
Yeah.
Kevin, just everyone, mainly just you and Kevin. So I kind of grew up with you and Kevin.
Yep.
You guys are cousins, right?
Yep.
So Kevin is drummers of the Rhythms right now, which is really, really impressive. Yeah. Reggae rock band. They tour all the time in California.
Yeah.
I always see them at college events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Rhythms are doing big things. Yeah, for sure.
They are.
They really take it seriously, man. Those guys are going there.
Oh yeah, they're very professional every time we see them, and I saw them twice already now. The shows are.
Oh yeah, they're tight. They're tight as a button. Whatever that means. But,
hey, you know what? You get up there and you rip some lines, and you rip some bars, bro.
Oh man, I have to practice to keep up with those guys.
Yeah, man. I think that's really cool, man, because it's so cool to see you whenever you just go on and do like a little encore performance. Because just knowing yours and Kevin's past, and you guys still doing your thing together on stage makes me like happy,
we sync up. Me and Kevin we sync up pretty good. We've been playing. He started his first instrument, guitar. I think actually was piano, and then he went to guitar. But then when I was playing drums, he was playing guitar. We had a band as a kids where he always played guitar, I played drums. But since then, we've been able to sync up really well. So in Mondo, when we're playing together, I'm playing percussion, and I always me and him had this like mystical little like sync up, or like I hear you kind of thing.
That's cool, man. Yeah, because he played the drums and you were playing the bongos and everything, right?
Yeah.
Dang, man, that's so crazy. Like the fact that you guys are both kind of, like you guys both have to be in sync. If you're not, then the whole gig falls apart.
I know. And when it doesn't, he lets me know too. He's like, "You were hitting that one little thing. It didn't sound right." But that's the cool thing about being cousins, because some people, if you don't know each other that well, you'd be like, "Oh, I can't say."
You just let it go on because you don't want that awkwardness.
Like, I can't tell him anything. He's just like, "Hey, pendejo."
How long ago did you guys start Mondo, which is one of the first bands that I kind of knew that you guys played in?
Mondo started in
was that like 2010?
2008.
Damn.
2008. Kenny and Kev, the quick story is Kenny Cernius, also from Belen. He's our singer. He's a Mondo singer, and he writes all the songs, or most of the songs, till Ricky G came on. And then him and Kevin were skater friends from high school. They moved to Portland, Oregon. They lived in an apartment together.
Wow.
They were all like poor, and they just like would skate and like party and hang out. And they lived there for like a year or two, and then they were like dead set on starting a punk band. The punk band idea was like their main thing, and then Kevin's like, I want to learn drums. So Kevin was always a guitarist. He bought electronic kit, learned how to play drums. By the influence of the weed scene in Portland was a lot more than like Albuquerque.
Right.
Yeah.
So a punk band turned into, by the time they got back to Mexico, they're like, just do reggae, man. It's way easier.
Yeah.
It's way more laid
No,
back.
I have no idea
like
why.
Travis Barker all.
It just ended up working out that way, and at the time, and then Kevin was like, hey, we're starting this band. I'm going to play drums. Do you want to play percussion? I never played percussion before, but I was like, I just want to be in a band. At that moment in my life, I was like trying to play anywhere and everything. I was filling in on drums for anybody and doing anything because I just wanted to play music. So I was like, yes. And then
that's sick, man.
It was me, Jacob Wallace, Kenny, and Kevin.
Shout out to the boys.
Yeah. So that was the OG Mondo, and then it turned from there, and then we had like a few member change outs over the years, and then now it's Mike Gertis, Kevin, me, Kenny, Kevin, and Ricky G.
Nice.
So there's 6 of us.
Cool, man.
Nice, dude.
And Kevin, he'll still jump on the drums, right, when he's here or whatever?
Yeah.
Like you guys still
Oh,
got
yeah.
that
We
gig?
do.
Awesome.
We do Mondo still does about average like 2 to 4 gigs a year.
That's sick, man.
At the moment, which is cool because like it gives us a chance to like catch up. And Shay, our bass player, who's our current bass player, Jacob Wallace, had to leave the band back in the day, and so we got Shay, who's a good friend of Mike's, and he's really good.
That's what's up.
He lives in Santa Fe now, so it's like not so easy for him to just play shows every weekend.
You have to it has to be something that's way more
when
at a time or something like that.
We started the band, we were all just like kidless. Like maybe didn't even have. I don't think we even had girlfriends. Nobody. It was just like we were just all moved out of Albuquerque.
That's probably why you guys were able to do as much as you did within that time.
Yeah, we did a lot.
You guys were just all in, you know.
Yeah, we did a lot.
I remember being at that age. So you were a little bit older than me, but I remember when you guys were popping off, you know, because you knew like. I'm thinking of like older people that you kind of were around, like, you know, Kevin Cadillo, who was a guest on the podcast a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Nate Kane, like that was kind of like your age group a little bit.
Yep. Luciano.
And, Luciano. Shout out Luciano. I haven't seen that guy in forever, man.
Got to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll have to bring him back, huh?
So I'm too young for you guys, dude.
We're talking. This guy sounds like ancient elders.
Hey, man, listen and learn, dude.
Brandon was like still.
When you said 2008, I was like, dude, I'm 9, dude. I was 9 years. I was at BBS, bro. Still.
Yeah, I was all help. You were the little kid at BBS probably, and I was all there volunteering.
Yeah, dude.
It's probably true, dude. But
it's that kid that you're telling off of BBS.
You get to an age, and that's just what happens. Everyone levels out. Like it's like about 25ish. Everyone kind of is like, oh, you're all the same.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget when you guys dropped that first music video, or one of your first music videos, Slow Moving.
Yeah, dude.
Remember that one? I think that has like 8,000 or 11,000 views, like on YouTube.
We have a lot of views on that, actually.
Dude, that was a banger, dude.
Dude, that music video was one of a kind, man. We basically just planned a giant party, and we called our buddy. He was really into shooting video at the time. He had this idea. Chris Trujillo, shout out to Chris Trujillo. Chris the Blog, he goes by too. He was really into shooting video at the time. He said, let's do a video and we'll do it all in one shoot.
Wow.
And we're not going to cut the camera and edit it. Like, I'm sure they did edit it because they laced the actual recording on top of it. But we listened to the recording while we were shooting it, so it was on time. But yeah, it was really cool. All took it in one shot. And it was a lot of fun.
So if you guys want to watch the music video, it's called Slow Moving. By Mondo Vibrations. We'll drop the link in the YouTube video as well, so you guys can click on it. But it's just so crazy watching it because it's like a time capsule. You see all these people that you grew up with.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that video, and then look at recent pictures of us. And Kenny has no hair now. But in that video, his hair's down to his shoulders. And Kevin has dreadlocks now.
Timeless, bro. Timeless.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's so cool, man. Like, I mean, we grew up in such a cool era where we're able to capture those things, you know, before us. It's like, you're lucky to get a VHS
or like a
recording or something.
It's like those like old cameras where you have to like the film cameras.
Oh man, yeah. I remember that was like the thing. Anytime I went on a vacation anywhere, I'd be like,
the Kodak.
yeah. The Kodak, yeah.
Yeah, the Kodaks they're actually coming back.
Or you go to a wedding and they're on the table, and you're all.
Take selfies. The first selfies. When you couldn't see yourself, you just had to wait till it came out.
Hope for the best.
I always wonder, like, what people got back on those. I never,
You can't delete them.
What if there's some like naughty pictures or something?
Oh, yeah. There is some, dude.
Oh shit!
Someone got divorced over those. No, I'm just
kidding. What made you get into music? Like, did you always like have a knack for it, or?
Yeah, and it's something I've been asked before, but it's all totally. I would say, well, it was my mom. She was a musician.
Oh, nice.
So she influenced. Well, all everyone in my family. I'm one of 5, but my mom always like was very like strong on like if music is a thing, like you can study it, but like you either got it or you don't. So she would always talk about like you either got rhythm or you don't. So she always played guitar and she was in the church and but
yeah, she was on the worship team, huh?
Yeah, so that was originally what got me in music as a kid, but it was when I got into drums, which was what bit the hardest for me, was my cousin Ricardo, or Ricky as I grew up calling him. He's probably like one of the best drummers in the city. I would say, hands down. That's what I
still play or no?
He gigs pretty much like 4 or 5 times a week, like every day.
Man.
And he's in multiple bands.
For different groups?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a time where he was in 5 bands, and he even did a show at Launchpad, I think it was called 5 Bands, 1 Drummer. And he drummed for every band. It was all his bands that he was in. He booked them all at Launchpad.
What?
And he played for like I don't know, 7 hours straight.
Hard.
Like,
yeah, that guy's got endurance.
Some pre-workout or something.
Yeah, that guy's got endurance.
That's what did you say his name was? Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky or Ricardo.
Ricardo
Sanchez. Yeah.
Dang, man.
You look him up.
What's one of his bands that he plays for?
Well, a band that he played for years and years and years with was that he was real well known for was Rudy Boy Experiment. He no longer plays with them anymore, but he played for another band, and he still does actually, for American Slang.
Okay.
They're a funk band. And then he plays currently still with Felix y Los Gatos, and they're really good. They're like a Louisiana blues, like they have a like Cajun music. Is
That's
really
badass.
what it is. It's really, dude. It's like you go to one of those shows. It's like that bird's jumping. You know.
Talk about like adversity, man. Like with your skills, it sounds like a lot of these bands are like a lot different.
Oh yeah, they're all different. And then his band that he's highlighting right now is called Blue Heron, and Blue Heron is it's comprised of some really good like musicians that have played in a lot of big bands before. And now they all joined up, and he's playing drums for them, and it's like stoner rock is what they kind of label it as. Yeah. It's like slow but like heavy, like just like hard, feel like good.
Grunge but a little bit slower.
Yeah.
I like that.
So some of the bands similar to it is like there's like a band Sleep who's really known for stoner rocks. They're kind of similar in that genre if you look them up.
Sleep so it's not as like slow as Sticky Fingers.
It's a little bit more like old schoolers type grungy. Yeah.
Like kind of okay.
You're gonna have to drop some.
I will. I'll drop some
links.
But anyway, point being is he started playing drums when he was 8, I think, and then by the time I was 8, he's 5 years older than me, so whatever that was, I think 13. I saw him play, and he was already started playing with the bands and stuff. They're doing stuff. He was in band, and I heard him play, and I was like, that's it. That was it for me. I was like, I want to play drums.
That's cool, man.
So I bugged my parents every year. I mean, every day for years. So I want a drum set. I want a drum set. So. Dude,
it's so crazy because your story sounds a lot like mine. Yeah. Except I didn't actually pursue it, but I would beg my mom every Christmas, everything. And they actually bought me like a drum set.
Yeah.
And then they bought me a snare drum.
Yeah, they bought
remember
me
when Drumline came out?
Yeah.
Dude, when I got a snare drum, I was like, I'll put on 50 Cent songs with my headphones and just like
it's fun,
go in my room and just like tear it up. But like my struggle was, so I play lefty.
Oh
and so all of the people that came and tried to teach me, because they had some people trying to teach me backwards. Paradiddle, they're like paradiddle.
It's opposite.
I could not get it the way they wanted to, and they were just like, But then whenever I would just do it on my own, bro, like I could just like mess around, like the Gershon brothers. I always go to I used to go to their house a lot more and just like go crazy. So there's no better feeling than just like playing percussion and feeling the songs,
Yeah. French Jimmy, Tim, he used to tell me that he used to watch me play in the worship team at church.
Yep.
And that's when I remember him as a little kid, like asking me to play my drums, and his mom actually saying he wants to learn how to play and he wants to play your drums.
You guys would play after a little bit, wouldn't you?
And he would come, and I remember even showing him a few little things that like then, but like he later on in the years I found out that he's really good and he picked it up. So
you guys just did a gig together too, like a wedding gig or something
like
that, right?
Yeah, we're always,
that's so crazy.
We're never too far apart, yeah.
That's cool, man. We actually might even go see them after this.
I think I am.
Yeah.
See my Rebel.
The French Brothers is what. If you look them up on the internet, the French Brothers, you won't find that. But
he told me that you were a Hispanic Jimmy or something.
He calls me
one of the boys.
He calls me Spanish Jimmy,
Spanish Jimmy,
or sometimes he calls me American Jimmy.
American.
And he's French Jimmy.
Yeah, and then he said the new guy that they have in his band, he called him. What did he call him? Nicaraguan Jimmy. Oh my God. I laughed at that. He's all, we got Nick, and I looked at him. I was like, "Yep, that's him."
Of course, he called him that.
Theo Vaughn has a bit about that, like Nicaraguans. It's like shout out. No, I'm not gonna say it. It's funny though. That's cool though, man.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah, you don't want to say, huh?
Yeah.
So you went from like percussion, you did drumming, you did like you kind of went through this whole music scene wave.
Yeah.
And most recently, you've kind of taken up. Well, actually, you know what? Before we even get to that, when did you start like rapping and actually getting the mic and all that? Because you played percussion, but then.
Well, it started with drums, and then when Mondo, that's when percussion hit, and I just did percussion. I like kind of put down the drums for a while, and I would play fill-in gigs for like my cousin Ricardo's bands once in a while when he couldn't do it because he was booking so much. But what was in the background for a long time was beatboxing. I was doing that with Ricardo when we were. I was just telling someone this the other day. Shout out to Say What. We were learning how to use our loopers. I do a beatbox looping with my band Hub City Sound System.
That's badass.
And
I follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, Hub City is it's basically me on drums, but I'm not playing any drums. I do a hand drum little bit, but it's beatbox looping. So I'll beatbox, and that started when I was playing drums. My cousin would say, "Play this beat." And then we would joke around saying that it was like a drum language.
Yeah.
It was like a language like drummers understand, and it's true. I talk to drummers and they're like, so that's what it started as. And when you hear that as a drummer, you know what each that means.
Like what
each
this is. Like
yeah, you know what once the snare. Each sound has associated with a different drum. So
it's so crazy how you could do that with your mouth, your voice, and also communicate.
And that's how it started. And I didn't know what beatboxing was at all, honestly. And my cousin would say, "Hey, he was at the moment giving me lessons all the time, so he was trying to teach me when I was a kid, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna do the bass and the snare, and you do the hi hats." And then we would like our other cousin would like rap on top of it, like just messing around. So I'd just be like. So I never even knew how to like do it all together right away. And then I remember being in high school and I would have to just like do it at home, and I always thought it was silly. I never did beatboxing in front of everybody because I thought I was like, that sounds stupid. Like people would make fun of me. And some guy I started
it's
like
so crazy
I would do
how we just doubt ourselves and we have those feelings. When deep down it's actually dope. You know?
It's pretty dope.
Especially during the high school era.
I was doing it to I was like at school, and I was like I was just doing a little beat to myself. This dude heard, I think it was Antoine Johnson.
I know, shout out to Antoine.
Yeah.
Bro. That's one of the me and Laguna's homies.
Nice.
He was a golfer, sick golfer back in the day.
Dude, that's cool, man.
He heard me
he heard me beatboxing, and he was like started rapping to it, and I was like, cool. So I was like,
that's so
like
cool.
that. So I started doing it, and then I remember there was a what is it called? Assembly, like in the gym.
Yeah.
Like it was like a pep rally or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Somehow he grabbed the mic and he called me up, and I started beatboxing.
Like unplanned, it was just like, yo.
And then he started rapping. We used to do it in class and stuff, and then he just did it, and it was cool. And after that, I was like, this is like a thing.
Yeah.
And then I started looking up beatboxers. Found out like it's like I didn't even know.
Actually like
So I was like, well, maybe something. I started practicing it, and then later on, after Mondo kind of like was in its lower to the old times, Kenny said, hey, we should like do shows.
Mm-hmm.
You can beatbox and I can play guitar, and then that's what Hub City started as.
That's
sick, cool, man. Dude.
That's sick. Yeah, because you even have a couple Mondo songs where you.
Yeah,
I
do a little beatboxing and scratching.
How is it like in the studio? Do you guys like just kind of have fun and like, yo, let me try this? Like, do you guys just bounce ideas off each other like crazy?
Yeah, that happens a lot during practice, and then like on the spot.
And then everyone agrees like, no, actually, let's do that. You know?
Yeah, that band flows pretty well, Mondo. Everybody's like, there's good communication. Everybody pretty much agrees like we're do this and that, and songs have come out well. You know?
That's good.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, bands that like have longevity and stuff, they're ones who are like all team players. You all got to give everyone their moment. You're not like the only star.
Yeah.
You know, like if you listen to Mondo, everyone has their own. Like, one missing key is it's all. And even like it's so crazy how even like now that you guys have branched out, you're still connected. Like, what's the homie's name that does the keyboards?
Ricky G.
Yeah, that's Ricky.
Yeah.
That's your cousin?
No, but he's from Belen.
But he plays for Reviva now, right?
Yes.
And then now Kevin plays for Rhythms, and then you got.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
Yeah, we've all branched out, but we all stay close because like we'll also like jump up on each other's stuff.
Yeah, I see that, and I noticed that.
And like I've filled in for Reviva on drums a couple times when Reagan couldn't make it, and Kevin fills in for them sometimes too.
Nice.
And like we keep things tight. Charlitos from Porque Soul. He shreds on guitar, and me and him play a lot of little shows together a lot.
That's sick.
And so I'm actually going to play a few shows. He's actually, I think he's the newest member of the new band I'm in that I'm drumming for, The Journey.
Nice.
The Journey?
Yeah.
Dang, man. How many little projects you got going on, man? So you said, tomorrow you said you got a show at Marble.
I do.
So what's today? 17th?
Yep.
So tomorrow's the 18th?
Yeah.
June 18th.
Of June?
Yep.
If we get this uploaded in time, let's get the word out.
Yeah.
Or if you got a post or something, we'll share it.
Is that band you just mentioned?
No, tomorrow is
like a DJ
something
gig, right?
I've been having in the works on the back burner for a long time that I've been wanting to do, and it's we put it together. It's called the Summer Night Get Down, and what it is it's a DJ. It's all DJs, but it's like a full blown like summer outdoor dance party.
Nice.
So,
at Marble?
And it's going to be a Marble.
You're going to do a couple locations, right?
We're going to try to keep it going. So right now we're trying to work on getting in another venue and trying to keep it like a regular thing. We're hoping it takes off. So tomorrow night we got Posi Tracks, which is my DJ business. We're putting it on. It's not like just our business. It's like we perform under it as well. So it's me and my cousin Travis.
Nice.
And
the family of musicians, dude.
I know, dude.
My cousin Travis is a really good DJ, and we started DJing we were 14 years ago.
I
we were in high school.
remember being at concerts even at El Rey. When you would be mixing.
We've done concerts at El Rey. We do them at Sunshine a lot. It's cool to be able to be in those, do the sound. We do the music, house music for those big concerts. So we've got a lot of really good opportunities over the years.
Man.
We do a lot at Launchpad. All the major reggae bands that come through, we've done.
I think that's where I saw you guys open up for one of them. Do you get like? Do you still get like not anxious, but do you get like super adrenaline rush?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm
already butterflies for tomorrow.
Is so when the Rhythms played last weekend and you were gonna hop on the mic, I could just tell you were in the zone, dude.
Yeah.
And I was looking at you and I'm like, that is so cool, man. Like Jimmy's just like getting ready, like he knows what's about to come, and it was such a cool moment because I was like, that's got to be such a cool feeling, like knowing that you're about to just shut down the house.
Yeah, right.
Or just get on the mic, but it hasn't came yet.
It's like you got to get charged up.
Yeah.
I think the funnest part about that is I have no idea what's about to happen. It's almost like riding a roller coaster, but you didn't. You ever ride what's it, Space Mountain?
Yeah.
Or like any. Disney World used to have one called.
You don't know where he's going.
Disney World used to have one that was inside. That was an Aerosmith roller coaster, and it was all inside of buildings.
Oh yeah.
So you take off into this tunnel, and then you can't.
You
don't. So while you're in line, you don't see what's about to happen. You're just like, I don't know.
I'm just here for the ride. Yeah.
That's how it is whenever I'm about to jump on the mic most of the time. I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, and I have to just get in the groove and wait for it to hit, and then I'm just like, hold on for the ride. A lot of times after, I'll ask my wife, I'll be like, what did I say?
What did I do?
She's like, you said this and this, and I was like, I don't remember saying that.
Dude, that is so sick. And I got actually pretty good footage of you, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Would you let us put it on the podcast, like a little clip?
Yeah, throw it on there, man.
We'll throw it on right now. That was pretty sick, right? No, I was kidding. But
yeah, like both shows we saw when we saw you at the Launchpad.
The first time, yeah.
You're like in the zone for both of them. You went in your little corner, dude, and then you went up on stage and you just killed it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I mean, it's fun for me, man. It's not like as long as you keep it fun, it's always gonna be better. I think than That's one thing I've learned. I've been in bands all these years. All the bands that I've been in, that I'm in, there's a fine line between how serious you gotta take it.
Right.
Like I don't know where I heard it one time. It says there's a saying. It was like, never take life so seriously. You'll never make it out alive.
Yep.
I don't know. And I was just like,
yeah.
So
no one's gonna make it out alive, dude.
Yeah,
you're doing show up every day with the suit. You're gonna end up in the ground just like
you can try your very hardest, and we're all It's so, but
enjoy the moments that you're in. Like don't.
Yeah. So like as soon as it's not fun or it's not like it becomes work, and it's like, oh, you missed it. You missed the mark. Now you're going with the grain instead of against the grain.
Exactly, dude. You gotta stay going against the grain, dude. Can't follow the crowd. You gotta just do what makes you happy.
Well, against the grain, that's what makes things unique.
Exactly. Yeah. When everyone's going one way, you gotta go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, no one was beatboxing at school, but you just did start doing it.
Yeah, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I just
but like you did it. Like that's pretty against the grain. Like you did what felt fun.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. That's why we do the podcast, because we have fun,
Yeah.
And like I told you, like we don't do it like every week. We're not like, hey, every Monday at 6 p.m. we're gonna drop the show.
And it's not scripted.
We're gonna have this. Like I'm not. We didn't talk all week. I'm like, yo, just show up Friday. We're gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
And that's how like authenticity and authentic conversations.
And
happen.
you're having conversations with real people. You're not trying to get Lil Jon in here.
Yo, shout out Lil Jon.
Ain't trying to pretend.
Well, I like it because
we got Lil Jimmy on before you, homie.
Lil Jimmy, yeah. Well, I like it because we're not pushing any motive. Like we don't have any what I'm saying. It's about you. We're trying to get you out because what you do is so great.
I appreciate it, man. It's nice to.
And like the fun part about like this stage of our podcast, and who knows where it's gonna go, who knows what we're gonna be capable of down the road, but I kind of take pride in like our first even 100 episodes being like kind of not perfect and not having a big old production.
It's cool, man.
And like being able to clip things all crazy. Like people are gonna watch this, like depending on how long we do this, and be like, dude, look at how like old school their first episodes look. Like how only the OGs know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they only got only locals on their first 100.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool, man. And this couldn't be your only time on the pod, like we want people to come back and have a good time.
Man.
It's not like one and done type stuff,
I don't know, like I want people to experience what we experienced, like when we saw last Friday night, like having fun, have a good beer, dude, just enjoying the Albuquerque scene, dude, Albuquerque musicians, and just getting down, dude. That's what it's all about, man.
Right.
That's fuel. They fuel each other, like people coming out and having a good time. If there wasn't that, then there would be no reason for us to want to do that. Because that's what makes you want to do it, is you want to see the smiles on faces. You want to see people feeling good.
Mm-hmm. And then you feed off of their energy.
Yeah.
Just passing it back and forth.
Yeah. And everybody has their own different genres and styles of music, but my whole vision in music always has been not what is creatively the best, most unique, most well thought out, detailed, specific. It's what is gonna hit and what's gonna make people feel good, because that's what makes it in music. But that's also, there's a reason why it makes it, is because it makes people feel good.
Yeah.
If your vision isn't to make people feel good, then you kind of like missed it a little bit, because you could do it all for yourself, but if you're doing it for that, then just stay in your basement and make your own music, but don't share it with anybody.
Right.
But if you want it to be good, you want people to feel good, and you share that connection. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Dang, man. I just keep thinking of the first time I saw you perform at that Reggae Fest.
Oh,
remember that Reggae Fest, like in like 2012 or 2013?
I was a little chiquino.
This guy was still wetting his short there. This
guy was at BMS, dude, in middle school.
This guy was at Vacation Bible School.
I probably was, dude. I was in 7th grade. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
This guy was still trying to get his first kiss, bro.
Dude,
we were out there taking a trip out there. We were in town.
There's a lot of trippage going on.
Yeah, that was fun though.
It
was just cool because the music scene was just popping. It was all locals, and they had all kinds of stuff going. Like it was like all festival vibes without the mainstream feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No poster, no flag, no people. Everyone that was there knew either one of the bands or knew that scene, and it was just super organic. It was. And luckily, Naomi Jaramillo, shout out Naomi. I know you watched the pod. She invited me to it with a couple of her friends, and I guess a guy she was dating at the time. Just kidding. He's a guy in the past, but dude, he tried signing me up. I talked about this on the pod before. I have to say it. I can't talk about this event, but he signed me up for like a stand-up comedy spot.
No way.
Because they had like you know how they had different events throughout the day? He was like in charge or the manager of like the stand-up comedy.
Oh my god.
And he's like, hey, we got a missing spot, and I need you to step up. You're a funny guy. He's like, you're a funny guy. So you could do it. Just stand up there for 20 minutes. And I already didn't like this guy, dude. And he was like, just do it. Come on. But the only reason I didn't do it, I probably could have went up there and killed or just, you know.
some Jim Carrey lines or something.
But the reason I didn't, and I regret it, is I didn't want to make him succeed. Like I was like,
I don't want you the satisfaction of saying I pulled this off.
No, but not only that, but he wanted me to go up and fail.
To bomb. He wanted you to bomb.
So in his head, he was like,
I'm gonna set you up for
failure. Like, no, you go up, but like he wanted people to like, he wanted to embarrass me, and so I didn't even want to give him that, you know. But I should have just went up and killed. But then even then it would make him look good. But I don't know. It would have
been like on that scene on Nutty Professor when he goes up and he makes Dave Chappelle look all dumb.
Dude, so but other than that was one of the best festivals I've ever been to because we camped out, we tented out.
Yeah, dude, I gotta plug that. That was the High Mountain Hideout is what it was called, and it was put on by a good group of friends that and some family members that I work with still. That High Mountain Hideout is something that has been secretly in the back pocket still. Since that happened, I've started me and 4 other people. We started an event production company.
No way.
I don't know if you've known about this. Hasn't been like, we haven't been pushing it too hard lately, but it's the people that put in the High Mountain Hideout linked up with me and my cousin Travis who do Posy Tracks, and we started a event production company, and it's called Wonder Tracks. And our aim is to do like all events, and we have resources to put on like any size event for like everything. So so we're really excited to hopefully get that festival back. So keep that in your. Make sure don't forget about that. Like keep an eye out for that because eventually that's gonna happen, and you're gonna see it pop up. And it may be called the High Mountain Hideout still. It may be called something else, but keep an eye out for that because that's gonna be epic because we're
against the grain takeover. No, dude, call it whatever you want. We'll be there, bro. Let us know ahead of time.
I want to be there.
We'll promote it on our podcast, bro.
Of course, man.
And we'll tear it up, man.
I want to be out there,
dude. Yeah.
That was the best part is that we love snowboarding, so it was just such a cool vibe to be there during the summertime.
I know you never see it like that. I know it's all different.
Yeah,
it's
so nice. So different, huh?
That was one of the best festivals I've ever been to.
And you just go on hikes, and I'll never forget. I met this gypsy lady. This might be inappropriate, but there was like some real gypsies though. That was the
they
first time I was
topless?
like, this is like a... Let me get...
Because I remember
No, so we met this girl and like whatever, and like she had like her thing on. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, one morning, like, you know how everyone's just sitting around their camp, like, all waking up?
Naked or what?
No, dude, I looked on my shoulder, and there was, like, a boob on my shoulder.
Oh, my gosh.
And she was, like, standing right by me, like, this big old gypsy lady. And she's like, I made you these diamond things or bracelets.
And you're trying to, like,
and
act like you don't notice the boob and focus on the bracelets, and you're like...
Yeah, dude. I was like, hi, buddy. Nah, but she was like actually a good person. Like, I don't want to talk down on her or anything, but it just introduced me to a whole different type of reality and culture that people live.
Reality, yeah, that's one way to put it.
But it wasn't a negative thing or anything. It was just more of like, whoa, like the world is different. People have totally different lifestyles, and it was kind of made me happy that she was just like free and being herself too.
Yeah, I remember.
Like it felt like a safe place for every type of person.
Yeah,
that's the vibe I got.
I hear you.
That's probably why we fit in so good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you just down, check it out.
Yeah, and then I saw Jimmy out there shredding. I was like,
it's a funny story, man. The band Concepto Tambor was playing, and they played after us, I think, that night. And I was back at the camp, and many people that know this story will laugh because they remember that too. And everybody was down there watching Concepto Tambor play. And I had forgotten that the lead singer, Cristiano, had asked me earlier that day, hey, I don't want you to jump up with us. Well,
Jimmy's like this
for lack of better words, I wasn't in like the best of mindset like for that at the moment. And we were already done with our show, and I had forgotten all about it. And I was back at the camp, which was up the hill, far ways.
Dude, it was a big hill.
And I hear in the distance, Jimmy Sanchez. He has a real strong accent, and he's all, Jimmy Sanchez, where are you? And I just hear this through the distance, and the stage is way down there, and I was all, oh yeah, he wanted me to rap with them.
Oh man.
And then I hear as I'm running down, he yells, he says on the mic, everybody look to your left and to your right, and ask the person next to you, are you Jimmy Sanchez? Because he had a feeling that maybe I was all whacked out of it, and he was like, all right, we need to find this guy.
He might be right here.
He stopped the whole show, and people talk about that moment still to this day. Since then, people come up to me on the street, and they're all look to your left and right and ask, are you Jimmy Sanchez? Like, everybody remembered that, and it was so funny because everyone was are you Jimmy Sanchez? Because everybody there was like,
Gonzo.
Yeah, so it was so funny. So here I come running on the hill, sprinting, just praying that I don't trip. I get down there, I'm all out of breath.
Did you see Jimmy? I could just see him sprinting through the whole crowd.
I was like, honey! I was waving my hands. I'd get up there and
were you capable of like putting stuff together?
And I don't know what I said, but people clapped and people danced.
It was one of those things you could have went up there and just
beatbox.
Fun.
It was fun, and it was one of those epic moments where you always remember. You're like, that was so fun.
That was the coolest part about that festival. Was after all the bands performed, you just go party with them in their tents.
Oh, it was, yeah. It was,
you know what I mean?
Party stations all over the place.
It's not like anything, like it was just like,
and you can car camp, was cool.
Yeah, and then you would come and we'd just, meet up at some tent.
Let's go meet up over there.
And then we'd do whatever, and then we'd go back to the concert.
Yep.
And then you're like, yeah, I got a gig tomorrow. Like, it was just like a cool little... It's like what all festivals should be like.
Yeah.
You know? I think festivals have taken like this different turn of like... I don't know. I love big festivals too. Like there was a point where I was going to Coachella and doing all these crazy festivals. I was like,
they're very commercialized though.
Yeah, but it's like eating out, dude. Like going out to there is like a buffet. Like you're gonna get everything.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you just want to go to like Burrito Al Estante and get the good stuff. Not mainstream, but you're gonna get the content you want.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good analogy.
So I feel like some people should get the full experience of festivals and not just go to the big gigs if that's all you do.
Yeah,
or even the other way around. If you're only used to hitting local spots, like local raves and all that, try a big one too. And like, it's a totally different
like
experience.
go to Red Rocks and stuff.
Yeah, go to Red Rocks.
It's a really good. Speaking of raves, so Posi Tracks, we got, like we were talking about shows coming up. We're doing it's like an outdoor EDM festival south of Belen at Ladrones.
Whoa.
Under Ladrones Peak. It's called Ladrones Quest. Buddha Funk, Posy Tracks.
Buddha Funk will be there?
He's going to be there too.
He spins, dude. He was actually spinning that one night whenever Ribs played.
Yeah, me and Buddha Funk are really tight. Him and my brother got
Shout out to Buddha Funk. He used to play with Tres Pendejos.
Yep. He used to teach swimming lessons.
And, he's a good guy. Was he a swimmer?
He used to do swimming lessons.
No, not Buddha Funk, the other guy.
Oh, yeah. Who?
Buddha Funk isn't the swimmer, is he?
Yeah, he used to.
I thought it was the other guy from Tres Pendejos.
Oh no, him too.
They're both swimmers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
the best of them.
Hanging out with them.
But
it's
just funny, like people from New Mexico that are swimmers. It's like,
I know. My cousin Travis that I DJ with, he was a all-state champion swim team. Like,
damn, dude.
And it's funny.
You're either a wrestler or a swimmer if you're from.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, we're doing that thing. It's out south of Belen. It's supposed to be really cool. It's gonna be the first of many, I guess. And
you guys gonna be doing it like low key out there down there, or what?
They're trying to do it old school, like desert rave style. So look out for the promos, and we might be working on you get a text message kind of thing.
That'd be sick.
I always
like back in the day.
I always tell, and shout out to Laguna because he used to drag me to these because I was only like a freshman or a sophomore. But that's what raves were back in the day. Yeah. You get a mile marker number,
right,
and that's all you know.
Yeah.
You just drive as far south as you go.
Find a dirt road and just
96,
hit it.
And you just keep hitting it until you see lights. That was it. No poster. No nothing.
You don't even know what's gonna be there.
You show up over there. There's no security. It's like.
It was crazy. Yeah, I went to one time way out in southern or something like that. Out in the desert.
Dude, if you guys do that, that would really be against the grain.
It's supposed to be cool. Man.
Do both. Throw some posters out there.
I think both will work.
Yeah.
People will appreciate it.
Regardless, we'll have a good time.
I'll go, for sure.
I'm going to try and show up tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys should come by. It's supposed to be good. I mean, hopefully the rain holds out, but I have high hopes for it. I think regardless, it's going to work out.
There you go. Brandon will be front row.
Shirt
off. In the fog machine all.
Have you ever seen the rain?
Don't let this guy grab the mic though. This guy,
I get canceled.
Yeah.
All right. Well, pause for a second.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. All right. So Jimmy, we're back. I wanted to ask you real quick because we're kind of coming to the finale. Mm-hmm. No, I'm just kidding. But do you have like any advice for like any like young kids who are like, you know, interested in getting into like music or starting to play an instrument? Who might not be like have the confidence to do it?
I mean, some of the stuff I said already was like making it. Well, I don't even know what I don't want to pinpoint everything I said, but I guess to recap, I would say.
Like if you're talking to your young self, like you're like you said, your cousins used to give you lessons. Like, what would you tell yourself right now? Like if you could give yourself advice, I guess at that age.
Well, I guess one thing I've learned, over the years is don't be afraid to put yourself out there, is what I would say. And don't be embarrassed to look, don't be afraid to look stupid, I guess.
That's a good one. We talk about that a lot, actually.
Because I think that is to me, I found out that I watched, if, for example, I'll throw these plugs out there. Look up an artist named Reggie Watts. And look up an artist named Marc Ribier. It's spelled funny. It's like French, but it's... And you watch those guys and you see that they do their live shows and the crowds they do. These guys sound like silly fools, but at the same time, you're like, damn, this song's dope. And these guys do some beatboxing loop kind of stuff. Yeah. One guy does beatboxing, the other guy just plays piano. Yeah. But some of the stuff they do, and you see the response they get. And what I've noticed is just don't be afraid to... look stupid, because what you think may be stupid, people may hear that and think, wow. Because not everyone can do... Yeah. Everyone can do something really good, and not everyone can do what you can do. Mm-hmm. So whatever that is, highlight that.
Yeah. And it's a gift from God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
We all got gifts. It's like, play into it.
And number 2, I would say, try everything out, but eventually you got to pick something, because that you're going to have too many sticks in the fire. And maybe there are a bunch of different businesses and you're just trickling a little bit of money from each of them, when you're actually really good at just one of those businesses. And it's like, you could do that for a while, but eventually you got to narrow it down what I'm going to do. Because there's that whole, rule of thumb is you could be a jack of all trades or a master of one. That master of one is always going to be the bigger payout, and it's always going to be the most satisfying, because you could be in all, like, even at this point I'm in a bunch of different bands, but eventually I'll have to, narrow it down.
That's the beauty of it, is you're getting to play each and every one of them and really find your niche and what you like the most.
Of course, and that's how you get your experience.
Yeah.
Try new things, like, that are going to be hard, but you have to challenge yourself. Even if you think you don't have time, you have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And just let the dice roll. And
don't be afraid to go all in.
And if it doesn't work out, it's fine.
Yeah.
Now, I think that the biggest peace of mind you can get, if it doesn't work out, at least you know at least you tried and found out. You know? At least now you know.
You won't live with regret.
You won't live with
I
what
could have done that.
What if I ever? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like then you could be honest with yourself and say, no, I actually did try that and it just didn't work.
It wasn't working. And know when to cut the cord, but also don't like shy away from things. But and everything happens in due time,
Yeah. Some flowers take forever to bloom, you just gotta keep watering it.
Yeah, you don't want to be irresponsible with it either. Like, blow all your time and energy and money on something that's like stupid. But so
I would say be cautious of who you're hanging out with and make sure that they have like the same ambitions as you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your friends can influence you in a different direction from where you should be going.
I agree.
Yeah.
Whereas like you're meant to go against the grain and like be your own person and do your own thing. Mm-hmm. But if you're surrounded by a big old group of people who are like, nah, it's stupid, bro. Why are you doing this? Or do that, and then just to fit in, you're like, all right, I'll do it. I'll sign up for that.
Yep.
I'll be on the football team.
Because you want to be. Everybody wants to feel needed and want to feel part of something. You want to feel part of a group. That's one thing I miss.
That, especially high school.
Oh, but even like going and being in a part of a band, like when Mondo stopped playing so much, I missed being part of a group, part of something. It was like
because you identify yourself
bigger than yourself.
Yeah, so you're like, we were doing something that was bigger than all of us, and everyone wants that. But like you said, if you're don't let it limit you to being for potential, because maybe you need to go your own way and just do stuff that you need to do.
And maybe it was a blessing for you too, It was like a learning experience for you to find your true identity.
Totally.
Because by Mondo kind of splitting up or doing their own thing, like you guys still play gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
But it allowed you to truly be Jimmy.
Yeah.
And now it's like you're finding your niche, you're DJing.
Yeah.
You're still hopping on gigs. You're branching out and branding yourself more,
Yep.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, man.
And it's hard, man. It's hard to like put your own name on something.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like, even like with this podcast, it's like Josh and Brandon, like there's no one else here.
Yeah.
Like, so if things go off the rails,
if Brandon has a wild card and says some crazy shit,
he takes off.
I'm just kidding.
I actually took off his pants and peed on the table. Cut that out.
You edited that part.
You missed that part.
That's why no one's touching the table anymore. I'm not kidding.
It's just me.
Yeah, dude, but I like that. I like that, Jimmy. Because we have such a weird, like, diverse crowd of like super young kids, and then we have like people our age, but then we even have like parents, like the people that I've ran into that watch the podcast are like that. So like I know there's some young kids watching this who are probably like in middle school or like 6th grade, like trying to figure out who the heck they are,
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's honestly it's just like you just gotta go through the fire.
It's kind of like a weird motion.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's kind of something you're always looking for the answer to, but when you finally come to it, you realize nope. There's no other way to know. You can study all you want, you could ask everybody you want, but there's sometimes no way to know unless you just bite the bullet and just go through it.
Yeah.
What's that other thing they say? The only way out is through.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just like gotta get through it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even if it sucks and you're committed and you're like, oh, I just gotta get to this point and then I'm.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just have to try.
Just go through the fire, guys. Be yourself, though. Don't ever like have your inner. not your rules or anything, but just know who you are on the inside, and if any decision you make hinders that, then just know that it might not be the right one, you know?
Yeah, you won't stray too far from
your original because if you sell yourself out, or if you give up a part of who you are to gain something else, even if you get all the money in the world or get all the clout, you're not going to be who you're meant to be, so...
Yeah, later on you won't be happy.
Yeah, like, I would rather say doing this, the podcast the way it is, and just have a blast.
Oh yeah,
than to literally
sure.
like I don't know, like
and
I don't want to. And that's just how my
where it's all pressured.
That's how my brain is, bro. Is like I'm like anti like that's why we chose this name Against the Grain because like my brain literally works like that.
Yeah.
Like if I see everyone is liking something, I right away like stop liking it because everyone likes it.
Yeah,
like, it's just like the way my brain operates.
And
it's, like,
it's like a survival tactic too, almost.
It's if I see all the crowd doing this, I'm like, that's lame now.
You know,
like,
it's funny, like before, like I was like, if I find a band, I want to keep them to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good sign.
Or in another kind of like a way to emulate it is like, you see any like scary movie or pandemic or like end of the world movie, and you see where like all the masses of people are in the big cities and they're all getting ravished, and the people in the country are just like you're just all like, I just need to get away. Where everyone's at, I'm going that way because you guys.
That's how it is, dude. The mob, the power of the mob.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're at the front of the White House with the
first to get gunned down.
Trying to get the lizards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like
the lizards. Yeah, all of a sudden you're marching and you have a bat and you're like. I don't know.
That's why Burqueño like attitude is I think a very good thing to have as far as like a lesson to learn in life, because in Albuquerque it's like a unspoken rule of the land is like you mind your own damn business.
Yeah,
exactly.
You see some sketchy stuff going on, you just
you have to.
You don't say nothing. You don't even look over there.
Imagine
mind your own business, because if you do, you're asking for their problems. They're already I mean, it's not the best way,
hard.
But
it's a hard way to live.
Sometimes it's hard, but otherwise
you have to focus on yourself eventually.
Yeah,
I mean, selfish, give when you can, but like there's so much only people from Albuquerque will know and relate. There's so much going on around you when you go on Central, when you're driving down any street, that like you just have to like just keep driving sometimes and just do your thing.
Yeah, I just gotta get to where
or else you're gonna be like, all of a sudden you'll be fighting some guy with a sword on Central.
What were we talking about? How like in Albuquerque, one street could be like Pleasantville, and then the next street it's like up. bad, and you're like
you got monkeys in the cartel on the next street.
It's literally like that.
R.I.P. dude.
It's that, but it's funny because like the reason I say that, when I took a trip to El Salvador and we heard bad things because that's where the MS-13 are from. You ever heard of that gang? It's like the most dangerous gang in the world. We were all worried about it. We're like, because we just want to go to the beach and hang out because it's cheap and stuff. But then we're like, we're gonna get shot or something. Yeah. No, but totally how the attitude is out there. Mm-hmm. It's like if you don't ask for problems, you're gonna get no problems. Right. Just keep to yourself and do your thing. No one.
Yeah, you're all loud and obnoxious.
But so I was like, it's like Albuquerque. So it was like normal. It was fine for us, It was like, but I can imagine people that like I don't know, maybe come from Malibu. That's probably like would be like
exactly.
Like what I mean?
Shit, kid.
Like, you see someone like packing some heat, you just gotta just stay walking by.
It is what it is.
That's why I don't pack, dude. Because I feel like once you start packing. And all that, and then someone sees it, it just like raises tensions instantly.
Yeah, I don't even pack a bag before I go on trips. Just because I don't even want people to think I'm packing anything.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want no heat.
He has no chonies, dude.
Hey.
It's an expensive trip every time. I'm like, I'm just buy clothes when they get there.
Bro. Just get the banana.
Banana clip.
Banana clip.
Just ammunition. No guns.
The banana clip. One shot. One kill. Oh, man. I feel like this podcast is taking a turn. Hey, do you want to plug some of so you got a gig tomorrow? I'm going to try and get this uploaded. If not,
I'm going to plug all
what's
those.
What's your DJ name again?
So tomorrow, Posy Tracks is my DJ name. Me and Travis, I go by Jimmy Jimbei. He goes by DJ Sketch. Posy Tracks is us together. We're DJing tomorrow with DJ Buddha Funk and Selecta DC.
Let's go.
Down at Marble
Downtown?
Marble downtown from 7 to 11, maybe a little later. We'll see how things go. Make sure you come out. Slow Smoke Albuquerque Slow Smoke Barbecue will be there.
Yes,
they're really good. I don't know if you guys ever had that. I got it last weekend. I was like,
food truck.
Oh man,
they have the best pulled pork.
Melts your face. So tender, good.
Hell yeah.
So they'll be there. So that'll be good. And then of course Marble's got a good spot. If it may a little summer storm may roll through, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna push through because Albuquerque weather. It's
for sure.
It comes and goes.
And so, like, you're mentioning, like, those possible shows, like, with the raves, underground raves and all that.
Yeah.
What would that be under, your promotion? Or what?
Yeah.
Like, if people can follow that on Instagram?
Yeah, so you can look up Posse Tracks.
Posse Tracks.
Posse Tracks DJ on Instagram and Posse Tracks on Facebook. Nice. And we'll be on there. And you can see all our upcoming shows we post. The next one, Posse Tracks, is July 16th. That's called Ladrones Quest. That's going to be, if you look on our Facebook, you'll see where the website is. Well, you can buy tickets to that. I think it's like $15. It's pretty cheap, but it's going to be good. Posse Tracks, Buddha Funk, Anna M, one more, but I can't remember. I'll hook it on the link.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one I want to bring up. It's coming up soon. Hub City Sound System. We're going to be out in Red River at Red River Brewing Company on July 2nd.
Let's go.
4th of July weekend.
Woo! Is that a Friday?
Yeah, you guys should come up. We got a big old condo with no one to stay.
Yeah, let us know, man. We'll pitch some money.
Yeah, everybody come up. We got room.
Do a live podcast out there?
Yeah, do it. Hub City Sound Systems out there. Hub City's Kenny Cernius, Buddha, and me, and we do a trio beatbox looping. It's really cool, really fun.
That's awesome, man.
And then 2 days later, 4th of July, Independence Day, Mondo Vibrations will do their big show at the Balloon Fiesta Park.
Nice. I've never seen a concert there. I want to check it out.
It's Balloon Fiesta Park. It's called Freedom 4th, I believe, and they do it every year. The big fireworks display that they do for the city every year is done there. So we're playing the show, and I think like the headliner band is Shenandoah, the country band.
Nice.
So that'd be cool.
That's really cool.
And it's a free event.
Dude, I'm getting excited.
Come
man.
out for
it's
that.
Summertime. We got shows lined up.
Yep.
Follow Jimmy on Instagram.
Gershon Brothers are playing tonight.
We're gonna go watch the Gershon Brothers tonight. By the time this comes out, it'll already pass. But Gershon Brothers always put on a good show.
Yep.
I'm cousins with all them. French Jimmy.
Yep.
First cousins.
Tyler.
We're gonna go shut down the house after this.
We got
What do you think, boys?
I think I got a one more plug before we get off is
El Chapo. Just kidding.
El Chapo. No. Let's see. The new band that I'm drumming for, The Journey.
The Journey.
This fresh cat out of Jamaica. He's from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica.
Word.
You'd tell instantly by talking to him. Because he is full-blown Jamaican.
Let's go.
Roots rock reggae. Really fun, really catchy. Good times. We just did a show at Marble. We're going to do another one August 6th.
Okay.
And then we're also playing at the State Fair coming up. Look out for that. And we're also doing I'm not gonna say it yet. By the time this comes out, I may post it.
Yeah.
And I'll post it right here. No.
Let's go.
Yes, it's
you heard it right here
show
on
coming
ATG.
up. So
big
look
show.
out
Keep
for
an eye
that.
out. Follow French. I almost said French Jimmy.
Yeah, follow French Jimmy.
Follow French Jimmy too. He's Jimmy Sanchez.
I'm Spanish Jimmy.
Spanish Jimmy. We got Nicaragua Jimmy.
Nicaraguan Jimmy.
I'll be
yeah, dude.
Güerito Jimmy.
Malibu Jimmy, dude.
Malibu. Yo, Malibu Jimmy, yo.
Malibu's most wanted,
yo,
Jimmy.
and then we got a little Belen Jimmy.
What is Jimmy?
The what is Jimmy?
No, you need to grow just a stash only.
Jimmy. All right, guys. That's our show for tonight. Thank you guys for joining the podcast. Thank you for supporting. We're starting small, but that's what we want to keep it. All this is kind of underground, so I want to have like my favorite people on the pod, our favorite people, and people who we think are against the grain. Perfect example.
Yeah,
we're out here doing things, and we're doing our own thing.
It's good.
Doing your own thing and not being influenced by the crowd.
Yep.
And that's how everyone should be, man.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you guys.
It's the Grain, episode
ATG.
44.
Coming on.
Yes, sir.